How's it going? It is March the 24th, 2017, just past 5:20 p.m. And this was the fun that I was going to talk about. Why is this game making noise? I just realized that. Am I somewhere where... that's weird. It's just making an ambient noise in the background or something. But I'm not hearing it through my volume. I'm just... Here's the microphone volume, and I don't know. I don't know what that is. Okay, whatever. Anyways, I'll stay over here and stay out of trouble. Is there a moon? There is a moon, right? There is a moon. Hang on a second. I know there's a moon. Here's one of the little bugs in this program. I know there's a moon. I saw it earlier. Oh, wait. Is that it? Ah! So, that's kind of strange because usually... was it because I loaded it, reloaded it? I don't know. Anyways, sorry. I'm getting distracted. So, yeah, this was the save. I paused everything from the night prior. And I'm just putting it as a background for now. Nothing's moving. In fact, I was a little concerned that there wasn't much trains at all. There's only... He's just going to keep on yapping. Hopefully it won't be too distracting. And when it is, I'll just kill it. But there's only 4 trains on this territory right now. But when you look at what is coming, I got to get the hell out of there. That's not what I want. Give me my file. That's not what I want either, but that's okay. We're getting closer. I'm in a really good mood today, by the way. I know it doesn't sound like with the post and what I have to talk about may seem a little like I'm in a bad mood, but no, I'm in a good mood. And I can't wait to get back to this again, because when you see what's coming up after 1900, I was looking at this the other night, and didn't I save this? Or is it over here? No, that ain't it. Oh, is it the yellows? Oh, okay. All the ones that are in the yellow, 2021, 22, 2300, are going to pop up the next session. So it is much bigger. So you have this little lull during the afternoon. You can see where it jumps up. And that's just the way the schedule is, so I'm going to go with it. And it's reality. But I was worried about that because I wasn't worried about it for myself. I'm fine. I'm busy over here. I'll show you. I'll just show you real quickly here what I mean by that. Oh, that's a new way switch. I'll find myself in the dark here. I got my engines all set up. Departure yards. I got cars like crazy in here. If you look at the receiving yard, you can see I got 6 tracks full of stuff. So, oh, there's the... I saw the moon for a minute. Let's go back to that nice, pretty... Yeah, who cares? I don't know where I want to go here. Maybe watch the moon, see if the clouds do anything. How about that? I don't even know if there's clouds going on right now or what the hell's going on, but... The clock's supposedly paused. Ooh, there's a nice shot. Should I let the time go? I don't even know what direction I'm going. Heading 270. Okay, well that's going to set pretty soon, so maybe I don't want to do that. I'll just leave it for here. Okay. Oh no. Sorry, I'm getting distracted and I got lots on my mind. Here. I know I saw it. I was over there a few minutes ago. So we know it's busy. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. That's what I liked. Alright, there we go. There's a good shot right here. Where's the moon again? See, now it's gone. Must be behind clouds at that point. Okay, well, let's just go down here. You know, something's great. There we go. That's cool, huh? 240. The hell with the moon. That's some pretty cool stuff, though. All right. I thought if I went high enough, how about that? Is that good enough for you guys? Yeah. All right. That's kind of cool. So it's around 240, somewhere around here. It's supposed to show up. If it decides to show up. If it doesn't, well, that's not a big deal. I just figure it's something to look at while I. What is it? Another rant? Yes, sort of. So, I'll leave that screen on, but I'm going to go over into the Wikia. Now, the reason why I go over here is one of my main sources for support. Now, I can go into my YouTube channel. Let's go to the YouTube channel first. I'll show you what's going on here. If I go into the YouTube channel, now is it going to show that I'm recording? It should. It's been known not to. Okay, good. See, it didn't change the stupid title. It's saying the Wikia stream. It's not the Wikia live stream. We did that yesterday. What the hell? Screw off, trains. Okay, well, whatever. I tried to do this whole event thing, and I don't know how the hell. I don't even know if anybody got notification and whatever, but I'll change that because it didn't change anything. It's gone back to the same title. Whatever. I'm not worried about it. I don't care. I'll deal with that later. So, what's this all about? Originally, it was posted on... So, what do I got now? What am I up to? 280 subscribers. I get messages all the time. I'm getting new subscribers. So, something must be working because I keep getting new subscribers. Well, that's great. I don't know why it's doing these things. I have no idea. I haven't been able to figure out why it's not doing captions for the train. I liked it better when it was doing captions for the train. I don't want to create a new thing every time I have a video or a live stream or something. So I don't know what's going on there. And no, I don't want to set a caption or try to figure it out or go back in and edit and all that other garbage. Forget that. So it is doing the same thing that it was doing the other day. Had 36 views, had a few thumbs up, blah, blah, blah. Get a few comments, yada, yada, yada. Okay, enough of that. So, that's nice and all. I don't expect support necessarily from YouTube, but I'm getting it. Okay, so Betty just replied. So this is good. This is my post about tonight. This is what this is about. I haven't seen Benny's reply yet, because I was just in a little while ago. Time's a factor. Contact me on. Contact me online. Okay. That's good. And then it's good to see the posts because we're going to need more of them. Quite frankly, the Bakersfield project was a huge disappointment for the lack of interest. Now, I don't know if it's because it was boring. I have no idea. People aren't telling me. People, you know, they give me tips about my microphone, or they tell me like, well, my YouTube channel's exploding, but they're giving me tips about my microphone. They're talking about when I'm eating. They're telling about this, but yet the subscribers keep coming, and I still keep getting this. I don't take subscribers for granted. I appreciate the thumbs up. I appreciate everything that they do on the YouTube. This is where, though, and I got one reply here, which is great, but this is where, look at all the changes that I've been making. Servers, operations, procedures, blah, blah, blah. Major Wikia consolidation, 4 messages. I got one guy, and he's running a server. He's very busy at work. One guy right now, and that's Tom. And he's been giving me messages of encouragement, blah, blah, blah. That's it. I haven't seen anything else. People are talking about other things, and they're talking about Florida, but other than that, I don't know. They're talking about other things. Ezra was in there. He was talking about a few things about the Run site. Ezra's been on the Bakersfield project before. Um, you know, he had a little bit of an issue with what I had to say, blah, blah, blah. But, anyways, that was that. I'm not going to rehash that. That's not the point of this. So, I've made all these changes. Why have I made all these changes? To make myself happier? No. I've made these changes so that people understand what's going on. I put California servers. I put it that there is no server. I've made it perfectly clear. There is no server right now. I'm not responsible for putting up a California server. I'm not responsible for recruiting people. That's an open slot. If people want to put one up, go ahead. If it's good and if it's interesting, I'll link it here. If not, feel free to advertise anyways, regardless. It doesn't matter who. You can do whatever you want, however you like. It's fine by me. I don't care. I look forward to going on California again. Florida server. Now, we got a Florida server 24/7. There's not necessarily a need since we got one, but if you got an idea of how you want to do your own Florida and you want to put a server up, by all means, go ahead and do it. Selkirk server. We got Smiley. He's been very busy. He said, that he's been very busy. He's got some health issues that he has to deal with. So basically the green light is there for me right now. And I put this under construction. Now the reason why I put that is I've got a decision to make come Sunday. I've got the decision, and I'm going to wait and see what kind of feedback I get. If I don't see a significant amount of interest, and I mean, I appreciate Benny's post. If I don't see some enthusiasm, some interest, there's got to be something that motivates me to make it available for people. If I don't see it, I'm not going to push myself to make it available for Wednesday for the public. I'm just going to say, I'm single player. I'm having fun. Who cares? And if that's what everybody wants to do, or if, I understand people have time constraints. There's a lot of people have time constraints, or they're on different schedules and all that other stuff. I get it. So, that's fine and dandy. This stuff I've built for myself primarily so that I can run it, and I can clean up the data and make it pretty and do all kinds of things, and I can make all kinds of Wikia articles, and I can go crazy. But in the end of the day, it's got to be, is it worth making all the changes to try and satisfy so few? You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. I just don't know the answer to that one. I'm a little perplexed by it because I thought, oh yeah, okay, let's go back with Selkirk Mohawk, and there were some issues. We know that. Mikey has been very supportive. He's been very interested in what I have to show. In fact, he's probably watching it right now. I can tell you right now, Selkirk Mohawk is going to be my home for a very long time. That's it. I mean, and it don't matter what anybody else does. It really doesn't matter. It's not a question of, oh, I need you guys. Come on my server, or I'm going to turn it down and blah, blah, blah. No. I don't care about that. What I care about is moving forward. What effort do I have to put to help you guys out? Or do I just do this for myself and say, screw you guys? You know what I'm saying? And I know there's a few of you that are supportive. I appreciate Benny. I appreciate others. That's great. But I was going to start creating some sheets. I was going to create all these things. I was just like, the lack of enthusiasm or nothing. It's just like here's the thing, okay? Make no mistake about it. I don't want to be, I don't want to be the Burger King. I don't want to be the king of multiplayer servers either, where everybody kisses my butt and tells me how great I am, like some other servers in the past. I could care less. I don't care about that. What I care about is the product. I don't care about me. It's got nothing to do with me. It's got to do with enthusiasm. Like, hey, yeah, all right, we get to run on Selkirk, and we're gonna, and I can't wait to switch it. I can't wait to operate the, something to tell me, yeah, there's some interest here, because right now I'm not getting it, and I know I'm gonna hear, oh, but it's spring. It's spring. Yes, it's spring. Okay, we got like beautiful temperatures coming across the Northeast right now. Most of it has been rain. I actually walked out of work today. I actually got to go for a walk for an hour, or sorry, half an hour at work between posting this or that I was gonna go on this tonight for a little bit. I'm gonna get more. I'm gonna rant a tiny bit, and then I'm gonna get into some why I'm at a crossroads as far as where I'm going. Let me put you back to the screen here for a minute, and I'll lighten it up a bit here. Well, there's the moon. Hello. Well, where did he come from? He wasn't there a minute ago, so he must have had some clouds on him or something. Okay, well, that's cool. So the clouds move even though it's frozen. Let me... I'm going to reset this to system time. No, never mind the freeze time then. Okay. There we go. What do we got for today? Is this what it looks like today here? Okay. Funky. All right. So, anyways, I'm going to I'll read a tiny bit, but in the end, I want to show you the practical reasons for what I'm facing or what's coming up. And I have some challenges. I have some real challenges that's up ahead of me. And I have to decide on a direction. So, we're daylight savings time. That's better. We're not sunset right now. Daylight savings time's in, folks. There's the sun. All right. It's all right. So yeah, I've had a lot of fun, even with the lack of trains. It's been okay. Yeah, I'd like to see more traffic. I got a couple trailer vans coming, and I know there's traffic coming in the evening part, as I had just shown. So this is great. Now you see this whole east end of the bowl. The reason why this is empty is because I haven't humped it eastbound yet. We had a little bit of a backlog of what was going on. I've been using some of the other tracks to try and deal with the overflow, but in reality, what I have... Well, let me go over to the hump and I'll show you what... Here's one of the challenges I have coming up. So, as you can see, now this has changed. I didn't save this. Or I saved it last and I didn't update the modification I made. Right now, we have... Actually, there's all these are taken as well. The only ones that are free are 77, 78, and 79. Now, I started using 77, 78, and 79 as overflows. So I got one open right now. That was just probably pulled or something like that, or I don't know what. But that's fine. So what's reason this is being caused is something what basically has to do with the whole, I don't know what you call it. Let me just show this here. This is another thing I did today. I wonder if this will work. Let me just go to the wiki activity. It should. Is that the recent? Oh, that is the recent activity. Talk procedures. It doesn't show you when the new maps are put into there, huh? Oh, maps. Will that go? Oh, good. So we got that thing, North America. I can delete that. I don't care about that. So the Conrail system map symbol locations, if I click onto this one, it doesn't load it right away, huh? And that's about as good as it's going to go, right? Okay, where do my symbols go? Does it not save? actions. No, I don't want to delete the map. Well, I had put some symbols in there today, but I'm just curious about something. Sorry, I gotta try this for a minute. Suddenly, all I've okay. Didn't I save this already today? Select pin category, symbol, title, SE, related article. Okay, I don't have anything for it, so let me save this. Okay, there it is now. Actions. I don't want to delete the map. Doesn't that save? Because it's kind of stupid if it doesn't. I don't know what that is. No, I don't want to embed it. I did know what that was. I don't know why it's doing that. Okay. So as far as I know, it just saved, but I don't know for sure. Let me just go out of this for a second. I'm going to go back into Wiki activity and see what happens. I don't like how it's doing that. The old way it used to do it. We had some maps in there. I ended up deleting them. Okay, Conrail system map. Good. There they are. Why'd they just pop up all of a sudden? Well, that's odd. I don't know. The wiki is weird sometimes. Believe me. I understand that. So, anyways, we've got Boston over here. We've got stuff that comes in from, never mind the beeping, it's just the engine's acting goofy. That's Niagara Falls, New York there. That is Syracuse. So these are 4 locations that are relatively close or nearby. I don't have all the others, but I mean, you got Chicago, you've got Baltimore. Baltimore was with CSX. A lot of the stuff that goes down south that connects to the CSX network back in here, you're thinking this is 1970s. And then there's a Montreal, which is CN up here, which takes the St. Lawrence sub. So, anyways, what does all that mean? Why? First of all, I'm doing that for myself too. This has nothing to do. And if it helps others understand where things are, great. But I'm doing that to get an idea personally what the logistics are, because it's very important what's moving forward. And this is why I want to know what people want. I want to know the enthusiasm. If it's just like, nothing, it's just nice to have some activity or some enthusiasm or just a little bit. I don't care about people kissing my butt or telling me, whatever, or, I don't care about that. I mean, no, I shouldn't say I don't care about that. I appreciate it, actually. But I don't, I don't need that. That's not the point here. So this is a beautiful simulation that is set up right now. It's a beautiful route. I've already said it's the most beautiful route on the system. I understand from a dispatching standpoint and activity levels for the trains, people may look bored at this and think, okay, well, maybe that's why they're not excited. I'm not sure. Hopefully by Sunday, if I start running some of the trains, they'll realize that this territory can get busy. And it will. It can get busier when the locals are involved. Now, this is where I have to figure out where things are going and where I want to take it. And it all depends upon where people want to push it. This yard could easily be done by 2 people. Right now I have it so that it can be done by 1. And the 3 tracks there can easily be set up. When you look at the map, the only way, because we've already got all the westbounds established, now I don't have all of them in here right now, but Syracuse is one that is a potential to be a block where certain trains would have the ability to add a Syracuse drop. Now when you look at Syracuse, and I wanted to go into this real quick here. We got time. It's only 5:45, and I've done my rant. So that's all I have to say about that rant. I mean, but you'll get into why this is something that I'm looking at because, and I'm only here till 6:40 tonight, so I'm only here for about 55 more minutes. I'm gonna go um, into DeWitt Yard here. DeWitt used to be a hump yard at one time. It was a hump in the Conrail era. It is. It's got some. It's got some juice to it. Let's say. I'm probably better off looking at the maps. I don't know, but so it's got the intermodal area here, which you know there are intermodal trailer van stuff that comes in and out. So it's got the one, I guess it's got the one track here that's responsible for doing that. So there's potential for operation there easily, and there could be easily trailer vans that would support that, no problem. So that's not a problem. I mean, those can be brought in. What I'm looking at for now for DeWitt, though, isn't so much is more of a use to set off, and I'm not too sure where exactly I would do that, considering the only way I see a possible set off going in is either number one, they would go through to the yard lead, and then where would they go? They would go no, they wouldn't go that way. They would probably go into that next yard lead right here. I don't know what that is. I'm not even sure what parts of the yard is. There's the old area there, which so I mean, there's lots of different places where they could run through, set off. I can't see them going down and backing in. I doubt that. So they're probably going to come in, have an area. I can easily set up some of these tracks to auto load or empty, so that if a train does come in here as either a set off or a an origination or termination, I could easily have it set up so that once it's in a particular track, it will perform the loading or unloading function without having to deal with playing around with the yards. So this would become a staging. That's something that I can do for myself if I want to help out Selkirk. And I'm saying, well, how the hell does that help out Selkirk? I'll show you how it helps. How it helps Selkirk out. At least that particular one is when you look at Selkirk here, and you look at the hump. And I told you already. Now I'm already using some for overflow. These two are some of the overflow, but I can easily set Syracuse up for 77. What that does is it takes away some of these cars out of the others and distributes it more to 77. The other thing that will change that is the logistics. Not having every train come in with about the same amount of cars everywhere. So let's see here. I want to go through the data here. Let me do a sort. Do a sort by symbol for now. So again, I know how to modify all these. So I'm right now. It's not about so Allentown. I don't think I can do a search on this. I think okay. So CN, I know where that goes. That's Montreal CN. So if I was to go into the map system here, and I go up to Montreal, oops, I guess I have to go in and do this part, right? Yeah. So I go in and blah right here, something like that, and then I just type in a title. See, I can relate a link to it to a page that we have. I can do all kinds of things, but right now it's just a symbol And I can add a description of Canadian National, Montreal. It's interesting, it's a CP line. I think it is. But it is CN. Back in the... I don't know if this line was CN or is it... well, maybe it wasn't. Maybe St. Lawrence, but it must be a CN thing. I'm thinking of the other guys that are CN, so... So yeah, there's Syracuse, Niagara Falls, New York, Selkirk, Boston. And I could change these different color codes to give, you know, what's westbounds on Selkirk or whatever. Let me see if I can... Do I want to go into my documents? No, pictures. Let me see if I can find that PDF. CR freight schedule. Well, that's not it. This is the one I think I want right here. That ain't it. I'm gonna delete that thing. You mean to tell me I can't zoom in any? Okay, let me kill that thing. I don't like that. That is a PDF. I don't like it. Okay. So we got the freight schedules. I can do it that way. I don't want to do it that way, but I could. I already know what it is. That's not a question of what it is. I know what it is. Get out of there. Oh, wait a minute. Is this it right here? That's a JPEG. 550. Ooh. Maybe I can do that. But see, I can't do the searching. And that looks like crap. I don't know why it looks like crap, but it does. Why? I don't like that. Okay. Well, let's get rid of that then. I thought I had downloaded this thing. Just give me a second here. I don't see it. I'm in the pictures, so I don't know. Downloads? That might be it. Well, it's not quite the searchable. I really want the PDF form, though. I wish I could save the PDF. Well, let's go to this then. Whoops. Goodbye. I didn't mean to do that. Go back on. So now I'm going to go to... I don't have it typed in at the moment, so... Or I don't have a link to anything at the moment, so I'll just go through Conrail. This is a page that I created. I mentioned this the other day. And the map of the network. I think I changed this. No, I didn't. Okay. I really want to be able to change this. I think I can save this. United States Railway Association, 1975. Oh, I remember here. Okay. Okay. So let's go up and that don't matter. Here. Let's make it as big as we can. Ooh. That's neat. Perfect. Okay. That's too big. That's too big. Put it back up to 150. Behave yourself. So Allentown, Bethlehem, all that other stuff. So now I know the line it's at. So that's good. So now I got that opened. I hate having to open up that damn thing every time though. Because I just want I want a nice, save, searchable file. But eventually, I'll stop dealing with it. Blah maps. So this is the same. I don't know what the hell. I saw something else there for a minute. Okay, well that's cool. The problem is I can't zoom in as good as I wanted to. Now that's about the best I can zoom in, and it's not searchable. So it's a bit of a pain, but what did I call this one? So seal. You know, I said that the other night. I know it's lame, but whatever. I got to amuse myself since I'm the only one amusing myself these days. You know what I'm saying? It's like talking to myself. Okay, so Allentown's here. Okay. And I want to get to the point. This isn't going to take long. But this is the beautiful thing about the Wikia, as cumbersome as it seems, and all the other mumbo jumbo. So there's Allentown. So again, now Allentown, I should color code these because that's obviously going to come this way, but I won't, because that comes out, that goes down the river sub. Boston, we've already done CN. Jacksonville, Florida, CS. That's not. That is not. That, it says Jacksonville, Florida, but it stops at. Oh damn! It's. I think it stops at Baltimore. Don't quote. I'm pretty damn sure it was Baltimore, where it hooks over to. It connects to a CSX train. So let me go to Baltimore. And I will add another. Yeah, because it joins into CSX at this point. I know it can go a little bit further, but I'm pretty sure it's Baltimore. So CS, it's a symbol. Add the location. Baltimore, Maryland, connection to CSX. To Jacksonville, Florida. Because that's where that train is headed. It's just gonna keep going. I don't know what this part there is, but anyways, whatever. Elkhart, Indiana. I'm pretty sure I know where that is. But I'll type it anyways. Oops, elk. Oh, it doesn't. Really? That ain't it. Are you kidding me? Okay, forget that. Something ain't right there. That should have popped up like you know what. Okay. Ugh. This is too zoomed in. I mean, I know why it is. Okay, Gary. Elkhart should be... There it is, right there. Is it because it's... Why? No, don't do that. I can't believe it did that. It's like some of them are searchable and others are not, and this is... Ugh. Okay, so it's towards Gary, Gary, Indiana. Fine. Elkhart. Fair enough. I think I can find it. Wow, I can't see that very good. There it is. So this is where it gets interesting. Elkhart, Indiana. And I know there's more here. How many am I missing? Framingham. Let me see. Framingham, Indiana's Fresh Pond, Portland. Wow, there's a few of them here. Okay. Let me just use Elkhart for an example here because I know what might be happening here. So there's a train that goes to Elkhart from Selkirk, and we saw that just now. In fact, there's a couple of them. I'm wondering in the day if it actually went across. At one point it probably did, but then I think some of the regulations changed and you couldn't have trains just going across Canada. But it used to do it. But anyways, because I can see it like almost like a boom. But it probably comes down through Toledo and what have you. But let's say, for example, I have stuff for Allentown. Well, if I have stuff for Allentown, is there a train from Elkhart, Indiana? Well, let's test that theory. So 6:02 p.m. I got to leave at 6:40. Let me test that theory. I'll go back out for a second. I don't know what this one is. Conrail system. Why did it do that one? It likes that one, but it didn't like the other one. That one you can move around quite a bit, but that's about the best you can zoom into. Oh, I see. No, I want to zoom in more. Oh, that's much better. Okay, I get it now. So what I'll do is I will go in North America. I'm going to delete that map. We used to have one too, but I guess it got deleted or something happened to it. Conrail symbol locations. I'm going to delete this map. Okay, good. So anyways, so we have Elkhart, Indiana, as I was saying. Let me go back into the Conrail system map for a second. So we got Elkhart, Indiana. We've got Baltimore, Ohio. Now I don't know if there's a train that goes that way, but if there is, Elkhart, Indiana to Baltimore, Ohio, or whatever. How about ELCS? Let's try that one. Map is deleted. Okay, that's good. I'm not worried about maps being deleted. I want to get out of the maps, please. Oh my God. Thank you. Okay, so now I'm going to go back to Conrail for a minute because I found something that was pretty cool. Symbols in 1999. So, Elkhart, Indiana. I don't see it where it runs that way. Illinois, Ohio. So maybe that's a bad example. Macon, Georgia. So Well, that was updated July 23rd, 1999. It was revised then. Macon, Georgia is about the closest thing. Now, that might be like a bad way or a bad example, but Macon, Georgia would probably, would it go through Kentucky? More than likely if there's a connection. I don't know. It doesn't show you where it goes, and as far as Georgia, you could think it would be coming the same way, but it would find its way through the system. It would not go all the way to Selkirk. So if you had freight going to Macon, Georgia, you wouldn't. I don't think you would go through to Selkirk. That's just my feeling. I could be wrong. Oh, there's the Conrail sheet right here. So what am I getting at about this? So let me just cut to the chase on this here. I'm just trying to think if there's any other ones. I'll do one more here. I'll show you one. Actually, I'm going to go with the. I have this document. At least I have one document, so that's good. Oh, I'm already open to it. There we go. So I want to find the Elkhart to Selkirk, and I wish this was searchable. This was back in '98, so okay, there we go. We're getting close. All right, so that's an interesting one because it's got a block for Cleveland, but let's say okay, so it takes cars classified, um, and it sets off block 3 for connection to ML 440. So it does a set off. It doesn't really say much about pickups. Buffalo Frontier, that's just a crew chain, 1600, 1605. So Cleveland's not much. It's got a set off, but it doesn't really say that it's taking anything else. Take cars classified. So Elkhart takes DeWitt, Selkirk, and the Cleveland multi-levels. Bryan, which is who knows where, somewhere between Elkhart and Toledo, is another. But the closest one sets off block. So it doesn't really see. This is a bad example, unfortunately. So let me just cut to the chase on this one. Right now, the way the trains I have set up, and I'm fine with this for now because I can fine tune this thing as we go along because there's a lot of connections, there's a lot of logistics. There's a gold mine of information, and it takes quite a bit to go through. Now, I can easily go through and figure. Right now, the way I have it is anything coming from the Boston area or the New York area is going to come in and build and basically terminate in Selkirk as they're scheduled to do. And they're only going to have one of 6 possible tags on them. The tags are set up on either Boston or New York trains, either coming from, Boston or River Sub or whatever. So they either come across that big bridge or they come down the river or from the River Sub. And they have those 6 tags. This is why it's building up so much, because the majority, there's actually more trains coming from the west than there are combination of trains heading west. So if you look at the total number of trains, you can see Over on the other side, you can see 80 to 90. I have 89 symbols heading east. Okay, so the trains that I have set up basically means I have 80. I have. Oh boy. Am I trying to get that right? Wait a minute. Hold on a second. I might have that wrong. Is it that I have more trains going west? Maybe it's that. I don't know. I guess I have more trains going west, but that doesn't sound right. I think I have more eastbounds, but they're multi-levels and there's more trailer vans and such. So there actually is more eastbounds, I think. Yeah, there is. There's more eastbounds. But from a manifest standpoint, in combination of stuff that's coming out of Boston or River Line, I should be getting hit with more trains coming out of CP 293 and trains coming from Buffalo as an eastbound. And they have each train that comes out of those locations heading east is going to have 9 symbols. So splitting up a train into 6 versus 9 basically means after about 2 trains full, not even in some cases, I am actually filling up the bowl that it needs to trim. Whereas here I can get away with 3 arrivals. When you look at the arrivals and the total number of arrivals during the day, okay, I'll go back to the list. And this time I'm going to I can't really get into how many trains are arriving and from where, but see, I got trains that go to Syracuse as well, which I'm not simulating at the moment, but you know, Framingham, Elkhart to Syracuse, Montreal, Waycross, Chicago, Boston, Allentown, Messina, Niagara Falls, North Platte. So yeah, there's a lot more coming that way. So there is. There's just more stuff heading east. That's why they're filling up those trains rather quickly, because there's more supply coming in from various places. Because I don't think we have a Selkirk to North Platte. I don't think. No, we don't. We have North Platte to Selkirk. We have various. What, we got 2 NSSEs. I'm curious about that one. Am I reading that right? Barber Station and Hagertown, and they're both dailies. What the hell? That don't sound right. Something's wrong there. I don't like that. NF, NP. I gotta take a look at that. That's Hagerstown NS makes sense, but I'm not too sure about Barber Station because they're both showing up as dailies right now. One's coming from Castleton, one's coming from the rivers. That's not right, I don't think. I'll have to look that up. I still have a few cross-referencing. Something's wrong there. I never noticed that before. That makes sense. There's a lot of different stuff coming from Elkhart on different days of the week, and they do different things. Indianapolis is another one. Then you got your trailer van trains. No road railers that I'm aware of. I've checked all the road railers symbols. I don't see anything. So that's fine and dandy. Wow, I still got a little extra time. I gave this enough time so that I could go through this. So I don't know why there should be no filter. I don't think there is. It's just making a weird look to it. So yeah, I mean, what's my Selkirk trains here? I just want to make sure I got. I see NSSE, but that's saying NS Oak Island, New Jersey, which is it's just a little bit different, and its current predecessor is Q402, or what it became. What do I got coming out of Selkirk? Do I got a lot? See, yeah, they got SP, they got Tampa, Florida. They got, see, there's a lot of things that changed in '99. I don't like that either. That makes it hard to cross-reference because when you look at this, all of a sudden you got um, Fresh Pond, which we have. Uh, there's a lot of different ones there, but you can see some of the old ones didn't get replaced by anything. So there's a lot more symbols in the Conrail era, I take it, than there is the others. I don't know for sure. Yeah, it looks like that way. And those have all changed, the CN trains and all that other stuff. So yeah, there's a lot more symbols, so there's a lot more potential. I just have to go through them and then find out if they do exist, or like Toledo to Michigan. We know that. I know that's not going to go anywhere. Illinois to Indiana. I don't have to worry about that. Um, Toledo to Metuchen. Oh, there's the mail trains too. Forgot about those. You got those. So there's a few that go through. There's one that goes through Selkirk. Blah. Can't remember. Oh, so there it is right there. Mail 8S, Selkirk to Boston. And then the multi-levels, there's a lot that goes to Selkirk. There's the road railers. You watch, they'll show a Selkirk one there. I see Rochester, New York. So there must be a road railer operation there, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 231, 232. But I don't think it goes any further. DH must be Delaware, Hudson. Trailer vans, tons of them. And then you can look into the coal. I tried finding some of these. Like when you look into the steel train symbols, I didn't see anything that stuck out to me that actually went through our area. As in, well, I'm talking Selkirk, right? Like everything's Illinois steel, Indiana, Ohio, Morrisville, Pennsylvania. Like I see a lot of the Rust Belt type thing. I mean, yeah, I guess you're close enough to it, but you're not. You're kind of away from it. West Virginia, and there you go. So I don't see any steel trains that become part of it. The unit coal trains. I don't know where some of these are. So like New York, okay. I think I would see those. I don't know where they originate from. Are they out? They just show U.S. Steel, Gary, Indiana. Martin's, I have no idea. But when you go into the freight schedule and then you find the one, boom, there it is. So, anyways, let me go back to this and try to paint the picture for you. What's lying ahead. So I got 20 minutes. I'm gonna try to paint as clear a picture as I can, without rambling or being, off on a tangent. So my weekend basically starts in 20 minutes when I go get my son. I bring him back here, then other than that, it's up to him what he wants to do. If I don't feel I have the enthusiasm necessary to support a server or even bother hosting, I can just as easily talk to my son and say, well, we got Conrail, do you want to just run it? And not worry about anybody else or anything else, because I know that him and I can get on and get off whenever on a weekend that may not be a good weather type situation to get out, like this weekend. It's nice out right now, but the rains are supposed to come back and continue. It's going to get a little cool again, so it doesn't look like a good weekend here in my neck of the woods coming up. It's just going to be your typical spring rainy, type day. a little cool, a little on the cool side again or something. I don't know. It doesn't look too bad, but it's a little cooler than normal. Today was our warm day, and it's actually really nice out right now. But so yeah, this is where I'm really trying to get the idea of where I'm going to head on this one. If I run things the way I've started, I can easily continue to do what I'm doing, do it single player, not worry about making anything user friendly, not worry about guides, not worry about instructions, not worry about anything. I mean, running a train's simple. You come onto a server, you're interested in running a train, okay, boom, here you go. Yard operations, they're going to take a little bit more getting used to, but to start out, you're going to want to run trains first, get used to the route. I'm sure a lot of you guys are used to the routes that may or may not be interested. Again, it all comes down to trust for me. If I don't have people that I know can back me up and the system falls apart, which it has a tendency of doing when you have links that start dropping. And I mean people that not necessarily for reasons other than situations that are out of their control. You start losing key players, the whole system breaks down, and then you either have to backlog into something that's not really legitimate. And this is why I like the Northeast. I like the fact that I can go in and I can go to the dispatch board. As boring as it is, I get it. I get that how it could be boring as it is. But what's going to be tested, I'm going to test that theory on Sunday because there's going to be a lot of trains. And if things go the way I think they're going to go, there's going to be some challenging dispatching come Sunday, or at least maybe Sunday into Monday. So this board you know, could get interesting. But I haven't even run 24 hours. The reason why I decided to push for Wednesday isn't because I'm in a hurry to push this thing. I'm not. I can take my time, do this anytime, day of the week, um, whatever, and I'll be perfectly fine and happy and content to just slowly make subtle changes. I mean, right now I don't have the auto facility set up here. That's the next step. That's going to be the next industrial expansion that I do. I also have some of the intermodal trains that do work here. They're going through already, as you've seen on the charts and whatever. They're going through, so that's fine. The passenger systems are slowly coming into play if they aren't already, so that's fine. But if I was to create possible blocking here, I need something on the other end to deal with it. Now the easy way is to have set up an industry that simply tags loads and empties. So basically, Syracuse becomes a staging yard, at least for the time being, which is fine by me. And then the trains that work it, I just note it on a sheet that I have. I note basically a small little indicator or instructor that that train has to go into Syracuse for work. So I bring it into an available track in Syracuse. I plop down there for a moment and plop into a track. Make sure it's not a track that's going to change the loads or empties, but an actual available working yard track off the main. And then I'm in. And then I can deal with that later if I want to do a setup. Now, if I don't want to go that far, or if I don't want to get that detailed because it's too perplexing or too much for me to handle, then I decide not to do that. See, I'm in no hurry to do that. But it gives more people opportunity. There's opportunity for having not as many little trim units at the other end and actually have more people do work. Right now I'm using a lot of the AI to do the shifts in between. That's all that is to simulate the actual number of people that are actually running in the yard. Um, there's plenty of hustling of power available. There's plenty of locals work. There, I haven't even touched the industries yet, and believe me, I do want to get to them. And even if it's just me, I'm fine with that. If it's just me, I'm okay with that. And I guess I'm just a little surprised. I guess, I'm thinking, I'm not disappointed. I'm just a little surprised because I'm thinking, man, they finally fixed the route, and I know people have the route, and I know it's not the route that everybody has. So maybe that's part of the issue. Maybe the enthusiasm's gone down. Maybe, as suggested, some people are into uh, you know, the new flavor of the month simulator that's out there right now, and runs like crap. Looks like $1 million, but runs like crap. I wouldn't say it runs like crap, but I mean, it ain't gonna be able to do anything. It's not gonna be able to do anything. I'm just happy I never went down that wormhole and got enticed by the awesome graphics that caught my eye and decided to purchase it, because I would have been disappointed. And I'm happy doing this. I don't care so much about the perfect scenery. It's not about that. Um, RTS software is going to update one way or another. It's either going to be through it's either going to be through Ski, who's programming when he gets a chance, or I'm going to get in there and start programming again. Right now, I'm not in no hurry to program either. I really am not. I would much rather have somebody with his capabilities going in. And he's from the area, so I haven't talked to him. If he's out there, how's it going? Hopefully, things are going well. I will shoot you an email this weekend, I hope, if I get to it, because, I haven't heard from him for a while, so I'm not too sure what's happening. Um, but yeah, we could talk about a few ideas, see what he wants or what he has coming up. Right now, his futures, back and forth, going back to Indiana and back. I think Indiana, yeah, Cincinnati, not Indiana, Cincinnati, Ohio. I think it's Cincinnati he's going to. Um, but he's going back and forth with work at the moment. So 1 week here, 1 week there. It's one of those things. And the last I heard, he was doing that for until further notice. So eventually that'll change, I'm sure. But for now, unfortunately, it makes it difficult to get into something. But he can program if he has the time and interest in doing so. So hopefully that's coming, and that is something that I will certainly use to its T. I'll push that to its limits. I would push it. I push RTS right now to its limits, and maybe I will. Maybe I'll go back to the beta and wait for two, and then play with the beta. But I'm not really interested in programming. I'd rather be running trains and having fun right now, which I have been doing. And the time I put the daylight on now, but we're in the middle of the night right now. In the simulator, I'm going to be running overnight. I'll see how well that is to deal with visibility and everything, and the moonlight's going down, so I expect the visibility to decrease a little bit, but we'll see how it goes. And wow, I got like 10 minutes here, but I really got nothing else to do for the next 10 minutes, so um, I'll just keep going. 10 minutes and then I'll get the hell out of here. So, yeah, that kind of winds up as far as, without me stretching this out beyond anything else. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else I can try to tie into this. But see, if I know, put it this way, okay. If I know people are going to come aboard and they're really enthusiastic and they want to run, then that changes a lot of things. But there's no discussion going on about it right now. It's there. I'm posting and I'm posting and I'm posting and I'm posting. and I'm not getting any response. I'm getting very low. I had one response and I was very appreciative. I'm like, okay, so it feels like I'm posting to nobody except myself, and it's just like it feels like a waste of my time. And I don't want to be that way. I know some of you is maybe people are dejected because California's gone. I don't know. It wasn't my decision. And California will be back in one capacity. It may not be under the RTS, but there will be Californias. Mark my words. I know it's. I know Mike is working on something. I don't know. I don't know if he's going to go through a whole structure with access and all that other stuff. But he was talking about having running less trains, so it's easier to manage and stuff like that. This is why I like Florida personally, though. Or Florida too. Florida's like that too. It has the potential. But Selkirk, this is why I like Selkirk because I can manage the number of trains I can dispatch. I can run trains and just let them go. Hell, I can even spawn them in and customize them and do all kinds of things, and basically deal with the task at hand at Selkirk. And I'm content to running Selkirk for the foreseeable future. Now, with the way industries, here's my plan. If depending upon the interest, depending upon what I hear back, my plan still is to go ahead on Wednesday and make it available. If I don't hear anything between now and Sunday, then I'll have a decision on Sunday to make, and it'll all depend upon the mood I'm in. If for some reason I decide not to, then it pushes it to Tuesday to make a basically a last decision. I could put the server up on a Tuesday, but to get access to it, you're going to basically, if I don't hear anything by Sunday and I don't put the access system up by Sunday, if I get enough of a response and I need a substantial yeah, man, tongue tied. I need a substantial response to this. I need to know that there are people who are serious, that the effort. Otherwise, I'll hold off and I'll wait and I'll see what happens. I'll just keep doing the YouTube for a little bit, and I'll back off, worried about, I won't push it. I'll just say, this is what I'm doing right now. This is what I'm building, and I'll just keep on building it and making it more interesting. But here's the plan. Here's my plan. With or without people, what'll happen is I will tone that system like a fine-tuned machine. I'll tone it until I'll get the logistics right. I'll get the car forwarding right. I'll get everything that I need to make this thing hum. Then I'll start expanding. Now I know by myself I'm not going to be able to do every single position or run every train, which is really sucks because there's times where I'm going to want to run the trains. But what I could potentially be able to do is find gaps or holes in not holes, find various times where it's more potential for lulls. Now, I don't have a lull in Selkirk right now. The lull is on the main line. But when that happens, then I can start looking at various switching. And unlike most types of switching, which is a daily function, there's nothing here. It's not like Barstow in California where one person running all of it, forget it. It ain't going to happen, at least not at full capacity. I am running at full capacity, the main lines. Believe it or not, even though there's only a few trains on right now. It's just a heavy lull. But it's about to pick up. But what I plan on doing is, instead of running daily locals, let me try setting the industries to load at every 7 days. Well, every 7 days will wind up being once a month. And if I can do that, then all of a sudden I have the potential to go around various areas and start dealing with the industries one by one. And depending upon how much time I have and what my son's into this summer, when times, I mean, summer, I get that. Summer, spring, and all that other crap, I get that. I'm not going to be wanting to run. And this is the cool thing about it, too. It's a lot more flexible and it's a lot more flexible and easy for me to run single player. Maybe a lot of people are doing it that way. Maybe multiplayer is dying because there's not enough realism going on, or there's not enough people who can all get along. I mean, the Republicans can't even get along right now. Well, or they can't get a bill together. But anyways, that's another story. Um, but anyways, you get the point. Maybe it's just getting to a point where there's so many possibilities, and there's people who want more routes. I'm like, yeah, you want more routes. You can't even get servers running at full capacity right now on any route. I don't know of one server out there that is at its maximum potential. Not one. We had the closest thing I think we had to having that in California, and unfortunately, it's gone. Will it be back with the way it is? I don't know. It'd be nice to see, but will it be back? And it is what it was. There's a lot that goes in to keep that at that level. Um, Even if it's not at its full capacity, at least it's something, and it's something that I can get into. I'm okay for proto lancing. It doesn't have to be 100% prototypical. It's not my server, and it's not my decision. This is going to be my server. If I'm going to put a server up, it will be this one, and it's not going to be 24/7. So those looking for 24/7, hey, good luck to you. If you want to put a 24/7 Selkirk Mohawk server, have fun. And you might be able to get a lot done doing it. There's a lot of potential for a 24/7 server, to be quite honest. It can be done. Um, you can run trains, set them up, and hopefully have enough dispatchers around that can move stuff, and you could probably get away with it. But I'm not running a 24/7 server. 24/7 is dead, as far as I'm concerned. I'm going to run it when I want to run it and be able to spawn the trains that I want to spawn and do the things I want to do. And hopefully others do the same. And maybe if we get enough people together down the road, we can share the territories, and other people can host at different times, and they can do their thing, and we can all have a community again. That's because right now there's, I don't know about the whole community thing. It's working okay in Florida, but I don't know what's going on with the rest of it. And it's kind of sad that way. I feel sad about that, but I tell you, I think about two things when the weekend comes right now. Number one, I think about my son, and number two, I think about getting back into this, because this ain't dying for me. This is a whole new sandbox for me. And there's plenty of things to do. This is an awesome route. I'm looking forward to pushing this thing to the limit. I'm looking forward to Sunday running. I'm looking forward to just going like crazy on this thing. And unfortunately, I don't see the enthusiasm on the other side, and that was the whole point of this video. I don't see the enthusiasm. So if I don't see it, if it's not something even close to what I have, then why should I push a server? Why should I push why do I have to make things prettier or cleaner or do all this other stuff? I got better things to do, like running trains. And that's what this program is good at doing. And you can run trains, AI, bloom, 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 run the yards, run the hump, do whatever the hell you want. I mean, if we're all going to run single player now, that so be it. It's too bad because there's plenty of potential if people get together and run together. There's plenty of potential, and that's kind of sad, but it ain't going to stop me. It's not going to deter me, and it's not going to stop me. I'll be running Run 8 for quite a few years to come, as far as I can see. So, anyways, that's all I got to say on that. So, thanks for keeping with me for the rant. I appreciate the subscriptions. I appreciate the comments, the likes. Even if you got dislikes or negative comments, fine. I'm totally appreciative of that. Like, look at this network. This is, I mean, it's not the whole network, but I mean, just the logistics involved in this is going to be awesome. There's so much that is going to come from this, and this data. I mean, this is a gold mine. I didn't have this in California. I have it for Conrail. I got everything I need. And no, it doesn't have the S44s and the SD70 aces. Maybe that's what people are missing. I don't know. But people aren't talking. And unfortunately, until people start talking and convincing me that there's real interest, then I'm going to assume that when I look at the wiki activity, well, we got another that. So see, very excited to see. Okay, so that's good. This like even random. See, you can be if you're on YouTube and you want now. I hopefully it's going to show the IP address. I don't know if that's just my end. If don't worry about it. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but I'll try not to show too many random things. If I don't know if IP addresses show for everybody, or if it's just an admin thing, but it shows up for me. So I apologize for that. But good. At least we're getting some. I see a couple posts. That's a start. But it's just got to keep on coming. I need more. I need to really know that this thing is going to be worth making it a server so that I take the effort. You know what I'm saying? I need more. And once I see that enthusiasm that I have, then I'll start pushing more towards it. Otherwise, I'm just going to do my own thing. So, anyways, again, I appreciate all the comments and keep them coming. Let me know. Don't tell me, I don't need to know how good I am or thank you, Sean, or all this other stuff. I do appreciate it, but I don't need that. I don't need my butt kissed. I just need to know that people are excited about what's coming. Let me know what you're excited about. Let me know what you're looking forward to. Let me know what you don't like, don't like, whatever. Suggestions for improvements, what you would do differently, etc. Just let me know. Let's get the conversation started. And whether it be on my YouTube channel, this will go up probably in the next half hour, around 7:30 tonight, when I'm playing around with my son or watching TV. And it'll go up. Post the comments there. You don't have to be a Wikia subscriber. Go ahead and post comments there. You can reach me on TrainSim. You can reach me. I guess you can reach me on TrainSim, or you can, whatever. You can always reach me on YouTube. So I've done my part. I'm trying my best to reach out to you guys. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying my best. That's all I can do. Other than that, I'm just going to keep on doing what I'm doing, and I'm going to keep on trucking away at Selkirk Mohawk. I'm going to love running this route. It's going to be awesome. Just doing the yard alone and having the trains run is a great start, but there's more to come. So anyways, thanks for stopping by, and we'll talk to you later.